Even with strict greenhouse gas emission limits, the Earth's temperature is still expected to rise another 3.5 degrees Celsius within a few decades, which would result in the death of the Amazon rainforest, massive hurricanes smashing coastal cities, vast runaway release of methane from melting permafrost, and ultimately mass extinction. Already we see that disasters have become more frequent, prolonged, and deadlier. Thus, if these 6 factors are not stopped fast, we risk losing everything. I mean everything. So please consider what is really at stake now. What is really our foremost urgent priority at the present time is not just political reputation or economy. It's the lives, real lives of all inhabitants on Earth. Humans, animals, plants, trees, etc. Now, despite the overwhelmingly frightening situation at hand, esteemed researchers have identified one key cause of all these troubles. And there's even a solution to solve them. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, in 2006 stated that the livestock sector emerges as one of the top 2 or 3 most significant contributors to the most serious environmental problems at every scale from local to global, namely biodiversity loss, deforestation, land degradation, pollution, climate change, overfishing, and others. So it is not surprising that in June 2010, a report released by the United Nations Environment Programme and the European Commission concluded that a substantial reduction of environmental impacts would only be possible with a substantial worldwide change of diets away from all animal products. Now let's check out one civilization buster at a time to see how each is driven by meat consumption. You may never look at a piece of meat in the same way again. First, climate change is a civilization buster, and its primary cause is livestock raising. I guess you know already. The UNFIO's 2006 report, Livestock Long Shadow, was followed by related research in 2009, which found that livestock and their byproducts account for at least 51% of human-caused greenhouse gas emissions. And I know that it is 80% or even more. Newer findings published by the US National Academy of Science and Germany's Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research also point to the livestock industry's huge impact on global warming. Furthermore, livestock production occupies a full 70% of all agricultural land and nearly 1/3 of all the planet's land surface. We have come to a point when climate scientists are now so extremely worried that they are even thinking of resorting to emergency ways to manipulate nature on a large scale through risky geoengineering. But if we simply return these lands to nature again, like forest and grassland, then it would easily absorb a lot of emissions in the near future. Please also note that animal industry is the largest human-made source of methane and nitrous oxide, which are the greenhouse gases that are 72 times and 300 times more potent, respectively, than CO2. And methane, though being much worse than carbon dioxide, but disappears many times faster, in about 12 years, as opposed to centuries for CO2. Therefore, eliminating livestock production would cool the planet quickly, which is needed urgently if we think about the climate tipping point that are getting near. Moreover, as the Rhode Island Institute in the USA determined, if the world tillable land were organically cultivated, then 40% of the atmospheric CO2 would automatically be absorbed by the soil. Also, one German study found that an organic vegan diet could reduce overall greenhouse gas emissions up to 94%. Wow, huh? Think about that. Now, to briefly mention about financial costs, Dutch scientists have calculated that the powerful dietary change to the healthy vegan diet would not only dramatically reduce global warming, it would also save 80% in climate mitigation costs by 2050.